Take me out to see that game with all the balls. Or to the wrestling ring, best out of three falls. Donny and Randy, talking wrestling and sports. We're talking the ball pit. It's the best, of course. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. Rob watches the Lions every Sunday night. Who even know which team Paul supposedly likes? Tex likes the Cowboys, it's his only shortfall. Jason McLean, just a fan of sports ball. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. Donny and Randy, they freaking called it. 'Cause it's the ball pit, the ball pit. There's no better podcast. They're all shit. With Randy Gilbert as our YouTube sports guy. Donny Cho knows shit about sports, but he'll try. Donny only knows wrestling and MMA. Together these two for the US of A.
Well.
Hey.
Let the fun begin now.
Yeah. What's going on, Randy?
Another fun day in paradise. I just did my little year in review with Brandy earlier on the Truth of Tinfoil side, and it was interesting. Looked at some stuff that we've looked at several times in the last year or so, really. But
okay,
had fun with it. So, but now I'm on the sport because now I'm in the Super Bowl of my fantasy football. Okay. And I'm going to blame Rob.
Fantasy football coming along.
Well, I'm hoping that Rob hears this because I swear to God, I'm going up there and I'm punching every one of them running backs in Detroit in their face for the fun of it because they screwed me. And literally, the one freaking game of the year that everybody had to have a bad game. I didn't have a single person on my roster scoring double digits except for the quarterback and Brandon Aubrey, the kicker. And I'm still ahead by 13 points right now, but the guy's got two. The other guy gets me. He's got two playing tomorrow night. So unless they get broken legs or something, I'll probably lose.
Notable games that stuck out to you this weekend? Any notable games that stuck out to you?
No, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention. Now on our picks and stuff, that boy, I tried to pick some upsets and I was wrong, dead wrong on some of them because I just didn't pay enough attention to them because I don't care about the pros right now. I really don't care about the pros, and I haven't cared about the pros in I don't know how long, honestly. I keep up with them, but I don't really care about them except for on my fantasy side. Now the college guys, yeah, I'll pay attention to those because, like I said, Houston beat LSU, which is a great thing to me. They beat the crap out of them all day long for all I care because I do not.
Are you excited that Houston beat LSU? Roger Blair's stoked.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Hey, Mickey.
Mickey is over the moon right now. Mickey, did you know that Houston beat LSU?
Yes,
Yeah.
you better know it. Yeah. Because, she's still licking her wounds from that spanking KC got. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mickey G. I'm sorry about your team, KC, Kansas City. Even though you're in Missouri, cheering for a team in Kansas doesn't make sense. But hey, to each their own. To each their own.
Yeah, well, it's closest to them, I guess. So.
Yeah.
But neither here nor there. I mean, that's
They appreciate their next door neighbors in that part of the country.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mickey. I thought you were a Chiefs fan. But anyway, So yeah, the University of Houston beat LSU, and the University of North Texas actually won their bowl game too by the hair of their chinny chin chin. Army won their bowl game, so I'm on a. As far as my college guys, we're on good winning streaks right now. So
Okay. Well, that's good.
I can't help it, Roger. I got to
You
pick on
can't
the.
use college players for fantasy football, though,
No, you
unfortunately.
sure can't. It may not be too long before you can, though, with all these NILs and this transfer portal crap going on. This is just a lower level damn NFL down there. They're
Mhm.
pros. They might as well be pros. This crap about being
But
able to enter a daggum transfer portal is like really confounding me. It really
Roger
drives me
Blair's
nuts.
like, hey, now, no picking on my Chiefs.
I can't help it. I can't
Roger
help it.
Blair is he's faithful to Kansas City.
Well, just like I'm faithful to the Cowboys, even though I think they're blooming idiots, but still,
Are you really faithful, Randy?
yes, yes, I am. I will never root for anybody over them.
Hmm, I see.
In fact, last week when they played the Chargers, everybody in our group that did the football picks picked the Chargers except for me. Even Tex picked the Chargers, and I still picked the Cowboys.
Got loyalty.
Tex is a fair weather fan, and I hope he hears me say that.
Well, I guess he was just trying to be objective, you know.
He's trying to make
You
up
can
the
be
time that he's
objective.
trying to do because he get his butt whipped on all the
Let
daggum
me ask
picks.
you, Randy, are the Dallas Cowboys objectively the best team?
Objectively, no, not
Yeah,
even close.
right now?
No,
No.
not even close. Don't mean I'm going to root for. Not going to root for them though. No, Nemo. I wish I knew all the cheerleaders' names. If I knew all the cheerleaders' names, then
Oh, is it like if you're a dude who is like married or dating like a very like unattractive woman, but you love her anyway because she's yours, even though
exactly.
you know she's not winning any beauty contests.
She may not win any beauty contest, but for lack of better words, I'll throw it out there. Something to do with golf ball, garden hose, and stuff like that, and you can figure it out from there.
Hmm. She's got she's got skills. She's got a skill set.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And Spade, I've had this for a couple of years now, but I decided to wear Stonehenge today because we were
Oh man,
talking
what
about.
happened to you? What happened to your uterus
Oh,
hat?
oh, it's sitting right here. See, it's still
Okay.
here. I just wanted to
Oh,
wear my
see, they had to
Stonehenge
blur it
hat.
out because it was too close to home. You know,
Hey, I'm about to
a
get
little
ready to do
too
a full
accurate there.
backdrop in here. So, as soon as
Yeah,
I get my wood together and get built, I got a full backdrop I'm going to be setting up in here.
yeah. I know what the female reproductive system looks like, but your hat reminds me.
Hey, I can't help if you have issues. Okay.
Nemo Veer's like, I cannot unsee that now. See, he's
Yep.
always going to think that every time he sees Randy in
Every
that hat.
time. So, but anyways, of course, it's the NFL and college football time of the year. So nothing else matters. I know there's basketball going on, but ain't nobody paying no attention to that crap.
Man, what happened to basketball? People used to love basketball.
Oh,
Basketball
I
was such a
know.
big deal, and that they were talking about like I think I saw on TV like Charles Barkley was talking about how NBA viewership is down like 50%
Yeah, because
now.
nobody wants to see the prima donna no more.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. You got teams trying to put together a superstar studded team. You know what I mean? Where you got one or two big stars and then a complement around them that are just a bunch of crap for the most part. Whereas in the '80s, you had real basketball players going out there playing basketball. There wasn't no touch them with a finger and they flop over and stuff. And you're just like,
What's your favorite
nah,
time to be a basketball fan? Like when Jordan was in his prime and you had like
yeah,
people like
Jordan.
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and then Shaquille O'Neal was coming in and
I'm gonna tell you right now that the last fun I had watching basketball was the probably 2009 time frame. Actually, I had fun watching it because 2005 to 2009 is when Boston had rebuilt with their big three with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and uh, Ray Allen. Ray Allen, I think was his name. But they had a hell of a team built. They had a good point guard and stuff in Rajon Rondo. It was back to the old style of playing basketball. It was a team effort all the way around and a lot of defense. Whereas the same time you get Kobe hitting his real stride with LA, you know.
Okay,
And
so that was a little bit later on.
well, yeah, and that was, but he
Kobe
was
and
hitting his
Shaq.
stride. But they were a force to be reckoned with, and they weren't. You know, if Kobe had an off night, you had others on that team that could step up. You know what I mean? There
Yeah.
was many times that happened, but when Kobe's decided it was Kobe's time, get out of his way because here he goes. You know, I loved watching that guy play. And as much as I hated the Lakers, I loved watching him play.
Rest in peace.
Yep. And you know, outside of that, you're right though. The time frame that before or right at the very first part of Jordan's career, you know, the Lakers dynasty of the '80s, the Celtics of the '80s, even all the way
Mm.
back into the '70s, I used to watch them. I was a big Celtics mark. I mean, I literally would watch Celtics all the time. If they came on TV, I was watching.
You were big
And
into Larry Bird?
I love Larry Bird. Larry Bird was just so much. He hit shots that you just like, what the ever loving hell, you know? Where did that the one shot, the one that stands out? He was falling out of bounds and shoots it over the backboard and through,
Hmm.
over the back of the backboard and through. And I'm just like, who would have even thought to do that other than him at that point? Nobody, and nobody would have made it other than him. That's for sure.
Yeah, I heard he used to talk like mad trash to the other players too.
Oh, that's some of the funniest daggum videos on YouTube to watch
Yeah.
now. Because John Sally be talking about, hey, Sal, what's going on? Y'all disrespecting me. He's like, what? Because they put a white dude on him. He said, you call me a white dude. That's disrespectful. I'm laughing, you know. Oh my God. Maybe it was Charles Barkley he told you, but listen to John Sally and Charles Barkley talk about it. But like I said, those guys were in the day where you could bang bodies. You could get down in the paint and you actually played ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now you can't even look at any of these guys half the time, it seems like. And without them falling over, flopping, doing something, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So anyway, but so yeah, I mean it's just different realm. I mean, there's some that play good and stuff, but I just don't want to see it no more. There's too many superstars getting too much money for stupid shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I could see why people got kind of tired of the NBA shit. It's sad to see though, you know.
And oversaturation, I think, and the same thing's kind of going to start happening when the NFL, the oversaturation of the airwaves. You know, putting a damn game every other day seems like anymore, instead of doing everything on Sunday and one on Thursday or a Monday night, and then do the offshoot Thursdays. You know, a Thursday night here, a Thursday night there. No, we got to do it every Thursday. We got to do it every Sunday. We got to do two of them on Monday now. I'm like, you're saturating, whereas the same amount of games, but you're spreading them out. You're not getting any more viewership with it because they're still based on local for the most part.
Hmm.
So it's going to happen sooner or later. They're going to end up oversaturated.
People are getting tired of the NFL's crap. Well, plus all the political shit that
Well, yeah,
people got themselves involved in.
well, yeah, and the fact that they're not a lot of times they're not playing football anymore. There was a call this weekend to be exact. It
Yeah.
was I forget who it was, but there was I think it was in the Texans game, and CJ Stroud, yeah, because CJ Stroud got hit. I mean, literally, he throws the ball and he has just thrown the ball. The guy hits him and takes him to the ground and stuff. They call him for pass interference, or not pass interference, for roughing the passer. And I'm just like, how do you call that guy for roughing the passer when he doesn't know the ball's out of the guy's hand? He's already engaged and started the tackle. He can't stop, you know?
NFL's going to have a lot more injuries due to a lack of rest for the players.
I agree. I agree because that's one of those things. I think they need to go back to the four game preseason, back to a 16 game regular season with the bye because they're getting more up to, and they need to play in preseason. They don't need to lay it off. You know, don't need to protect anybody. They still need to get because you got to get up to game speed. That's why the first two games of the year have turned into total shit shows. They're half the time they're still learning how to play again. So, yeah, it is what it is on that one. That's fully opinionated on my part, but I see the quality of play going down, especially in the first 3 to 4 weeks of the year.
Or the quality of the games themselves.
Yeah, quality of the play. I mean, their playing is crap. They're making stupid mistakes. They're not on time with each other. They literally have not gotten 2 game speed by the time that first week hits. So, anywho, so yeah. Now, what do you want to talk about? That was a pay per view yesterday.
Oh yeah, AEW.
Yeah, AEW's World's End, and I mean that was I've been catching bits and pieces of it. I kept track of it throughout the whole thing, and I was like, this is wild. I mean, they've been kind of teasing, you know, John Moxley going back to being kind of babyface almost. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And sure enough, at the end of the Continental Classic, he beat Kyle Fletcher in the semifinal, and then beat Okada in the finals. I'm interested to see what
Yeah.
happens Wednesday because
How was it with Okada?
it was actually really good. It was really good. It got it got 3 or 4 star match. I think it got a 4-star. I think the only reason they gave it less than one of them gave it less, or correction, it got a 3 or 4.5 star, and the one with Takeshita and Okada as the other semifinal.
Hmm.
That was one of the semifinals, and Kyle Fletcher and Moxley were the other semifinal. But Takeshita Okada, it almost got 5 stars, and the guy said I'd have gave it 5 stars if it hadn't been for the shitty ending
Hmm.
because they they're
What was
both
the
part of
ending?
they're both part of the Callis family. Takeshita, I think they brought in a screwdriver, and I think it was Okada ended up using it on Takeshita to get the win.
A
And then
screwdriver?
yeah, used a screwdriver, and
Well,
the
he stabbed him with a screwdriver.
yeah, they even used a screwdriver on each other's head. That's the calling card for the Callis family. So, but from what I
That's kind of
understood,
silly. Yeah.
when Kyle Fletcher, who is also part of the Callis family, went to go get it to use it on Moxley, it wasn't there. Okada had taken it. So now I'm sitting here wondering: are we going to have Takeshita going good, or are we going to have Okada as a face turn now? Which would be cool as hell because Okada's a freaking beast. I love watching Okada.
Boy, they got
Uh,
Okada as a heel.
oh yeah, he's a heel. He's been a heel. The Rainmaker, yeah, he's been a heel since
Oh,
almost the day he came in. He's been part of the Callis family
damn! How are you going to have Okada as a heel? That's
because
that's some
nobody here knows him.
that's some
Technically
foolishness
speaking,
booking.
nobody here knows him. You know that's why. That's the biggest thing. Um,
God damn.
yeah. So with Okada, he never. And this is one thing I'll say about the AEW side of things. At least they stick to finishers. If a finisher hits you, it's 9 times out of 10 it's good. You're gonna
Hmm.
win. You know what I mean? Like Takeshita, or not Takeshita, but Okada. If he hits the Rainmaker on somebody, it's over. It
Hmm.
literally they value the importance of the finisher,
Yeah.
and when Takeshita and him went at it, just from what I read, it it was a barn burner, and those two guys could go any day, any time, anyway. They're that damn good. Kyle Fletcher,
Damn.
that's another one
I,
that's kind of grown up in front of everybody's
I need
eyes
to
too.
check out some of Okada's recent stuff. I want to see some of his heel work.
Oh yeah, I mean there's and he does. He's the international champion, I think, right now, and he is, dude. He almost unbeatable half the time. The way they've been booking him.
Well, proper
Now,
booking.
yeah,
Like AEW does sometimes do things right.
yeah, oh yeah, and this
You
one
know.
really, everything I've read, they did right on this whole pay per view. I mean, and I sent you that one link to the
Yeah.
oddball 8-person tag team match, with Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and and Tony Storm against Mina Shafir. Who else did I say? And the Death Riders, Wheeler Yuta. I think, yes, Cesaro was in it too. and who was the other Death Rider in it? I can't remember off the top of my head, but there's another guy in it. But either way, the booking, of course, it was overbooked. It was done as a tongue in cheek the entire way. It was you saw how she took the giant swing from Cesaro slash sorry Claudio Castagnoli. Sorry, I got to remember that. Claudio gave her the giant swing, and then she does a dance routine with freaking uh, Orange Cassidy in the middle of the ring, and as they're doing spins and turns and stuff, they're hitting kicks and flips on other people. It's like
Yeah, I
this is
saw that.
freaking hilarious. This is gold, and
Creative.
yeah,
That's called
really is.
creativity in the ring. Although it does, like, I don't know, I could see someone like Jim Cornette fucking like
Griping
throwing his
about it. He will, and
yeah,
I don't give a shit. When it's fun, it's fun. If it's done right, like that was, it's fun. You know what I mean? There's other
yeah.
times that could have really fallen completely flat, but you wouldn't have had Tony Storm in it if it had done that.
For those of you who don't know, Jim Cornette's an old school guy. He's an old
Oh yeah,
school booker, promoter,
manager.
manager.
Yep.
He's very outspoken about the direction of current modern wrestling because he
Yes,
says
he is.
that, kayfabe is broken. People know that it's a work. People know that it's not real. But Jim Cornette's main point of contention is that wrestlers act like the audience knows that it's not real, so they'll
Hmm.
do a lot of goofy shit. They won't try to, at least according
He
to
likes
Jim
kayfabe.
Cornette, they don't try to portray realism in their matches,
Yeah,
and he
he loves
resents that.
kayfabe. He really does,
Yeah.
and I don't blame him. I mean, he is a true old school guy. He really is,
Yep.
and he makes no bones about people he does not like in the industry. Mickey, yes, I think Cena's completely done. I think
Don't think
he he's completely done. Nemo, I don't. He was not a wrestler. He was a manager.
everything
That's what he
but.
was mainly.
He was a
But
manager slash promoter.
yep, and he's the
And
one that did Smoky Mountain Wrestling. He's the one that brought it. He ran it, everything. And even though they had Bob
pull up a
Armstrong
picture of
as
him?
commissioner and all that, what's that?
Can you pull up a picture of
Did I
him?
get did I get one of him? I don't even remember if I got one here.
But he's like the biggest proponent of old school wrestling. But
And
he's
he's
a wealth of knowledge and history, man. Like, you know, you go to someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson to ask questions about science and physics. You go to Jim Cornette to ask about old school wrestling.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Although I would say in my opinion, the most intelligent or the best source of the best historian, I would say, in my opinion, Solid Monster.
Yeah,
There
probably.
it is.
That's Jim Cornette right there.
That's Jim
He has
Cornette.
his
Yeah.
own little take on a lot of it too.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
get me
an
wrong.
active podcaster. You could, if you do a YouTube search, you could find a lot of his
Yeah,
stuff.
and like I like listening as far as the podcasters and stuff. Now, I prefer listening to Dutch Mantel over all of them because he
Yeah,
talks about
he's
the
also a
shit.
wealth of knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like about the shit that I grew up with. You know what I mean? All and Nemo, they took over all of them. They took over all the territories. WWE took all the territories.
How many territories did WWE take over?
Just
Roger Blair. I
all of
remember watching Smoky Mountain Wrestling back in the day.
them. Yep. And that was Jim Cornette's promotion. He's the one that got that going. And he had some help
Yeah.
with WCW. They actually kind of gave a little financial backing, much like what Memphis got out of WWE at times. They did talent exchanges of even though Memphis was Jerry Lawler's place and his promotion, they would go back and forth. The Undertaker come down every so often, Bret Hart come down every so often, and of course you go into Memphis, Bret Hart or anybody that's going against Jerry Lawler is going to be the heel. Period. No matter that crowd would not let him be the a heel. But you got those. No, Sting's not active anymore, Mickey.
Is
He
Sting
his
still
son.
active? Yeah.
No, he's not active anymore. But his son just made his debut in I think it was one of the indies down in Florida. So his son is actually out there. Does he come up and become Little Sting sooner or later? I don't know. I think it's like an AEW kind of dark match type thing is what they did. But um, anyway, so yeah, Smoky Mountain Wrestling in its heyday, that was the fun one to watch. You had Jim Cornette still managing the Midnight Express, but he called them the Heavenly Bodies because he had added Tom Pritchard to it. And after he had the falling, he worked with Bill Watts was still running WCW at the time. This is like 90 to 93 time frame, and Bill Watts was still running it. And they kind of worked hand in hand because you had a couple of old school guys like Bill Watts and Bob Armstrong, who was the figurehead in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. They would work together, and they do. Arn Anderson came to Smoky Mountain and worked with the Rock and Roll Express. Then they go down. They go down to WCW and they work a Saturday night, WCW Saturday night taping or something. They work back and forth so to help build up. But it just, I guess, when Ole took it over or whoever after Bill Watts, whoever took it over, that stopped. Next thing you know, you got Smoky Mountain mixing in with WWE.
Yeah,
which was the only thing that saved them for as long as they lasted at that.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling and OVW, they kind of became like the minor leagues for the WWE. They were like the feeder system before they had NXT. They would have young guys who were still learning who they were investing in. Think of people like a very young, early on in their career, like John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, Dave Batista. That one class, man, of OVW.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
I did not like Batista's character in OVW though. You're talking about Leviathan was just stupid. It was I'm sorry, it was just.
Were you watching that stuff? That OVW
I kept track of it. I kept track of it. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean,
who else is from that group that we know that we would know today?
Oh Lord. Let's see, from his group. Actually, there wasn't a whole lot left from that group. That was the main ones because you had Orton, Batista, and him were the three big ones from that group.
Yeah.
Now you also had, don't get me wrong, you had who was that kid? God dang it. Before NXT. Good Lord, I'm trying to remember the Florida Championship was the same thing, FCW. After they stopped using Ohio Valley, they started using Florida
Championship is what eventually turned into NXT.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to think what the guy's name was, but there was almost all of their talent coming up in the early 2000 range. Almost all of that bunch coming up were all straight out of OVW. And, in fact, Santino Marella was one of them that came out of that group too. Santino Marella, when he came up, but freaking
he was out of that group?
Cornette didn't like him. And to this day, I don't think Cornette likes him or they may have buried the hatchet or whatever, according to Santino, but I don't think Cornette believed in him at all. So, how many wrestling families are there? There's a bunch. God.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
There's probably some that we don't even know of.
Oh yeah. No doubt. The what really breaks my heart, I mean, the Armstrongs. You see Scott Armstrong in there as a referee with the WWE every so often. You got him, Bob, his brother. Bob was the father. Brad was the brother. You had Scott, and Road Dogg is Brian. Their brother Brian. Okay, Brian Armstrong. So you've got those three. Obviously, Road Dogg made the best. Brad Armstrong was one of the greatest enhancement talents ever, and quite frankly, one of the best technical wrestlers ever out there. If you ever watch any of his heyday ones, Mid South and Georgia Championship Wrestling, yeah, he was great. Scott's claim to fame was the Southern Boys. It was Young Guns originally, or correction, it was the Southern Boys and then Young Guns because they kept changing their name. It was Tracy Smothers and him down in WCW at the time, Scott Armstrong, and they were tagged. They feuded with the Freebirds, Jimmy Garvin and Michael Hayes at the time. They feuded with them, and so that whole family was good. Of course, the Von Erichs, that says enough in itself right there. The Hearts,
basically any instance where you have. Well, I mean, the biggest wrestling family is the Samoans.
Yeah, the Hanoi family. That's that whole family tree. That's monstrous there.
By far the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah, and freaking Haku
And what I mean
means
by
every
biggest, I mean like numerically, like the number of people from that one family who are
yeah,
like in the pro wrestling business,
and that are
like
good
on
at it
pretty high
though,
levels.
but that are
Yeah,
good at it. That's what I like to
yeah.
tell people they this group has got family members that you haven't
And
even
it's
seen
the
yet.
extended family, like
Yeah,
the Von Erichs was just one father and then all the
all the
sons who are
boys.
brothers.
Yeah.
The Anoa'i's are like aunts, uncles, cousins, the entire family tree.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's extensive. So there are people who are you don't even realize are related,
Nope.
or you kind of have to draw diagrams to figure it out,
Yeah.
like Nia
And
Jax.
yeah, nobody really
She's,
realizes that
she's
she's
like
part of that
she's like
family too.
she's like Roman Reigns' second
Cousin.
cousin removed or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
because Roman is Sika's son, I think,
Hmm.
and all the other Anoys, like the one Rosie, the one that played Rosie, Matt Anoy, him, they were all Appa's kids, if I'm not mistaken. And now you
Yeah.
got Zilla Fatu's out there. You got if they're a Fatu, I think they're more on the Sika side, and if they're a Anoy or whatever they want to call them, they're on Appa's side. But either way, they're still brothers. I mean, look at the two brothers. I mean, Appa and Sika, they started that lineage. They were it, and they wouldn't be
Kind of
anywhere without.
funny, actually. The one Samoan guy the one guy who was not related to them, who you would have guessed would have been related to them, but was not related to
Nope.
them at all, Samoa Joe.
Yeah, he's from California. I mean, he
And
lived there.
they would. I remember there was a feud when he was feuding with Roman at it for a time. They had some promos where they would bring that up because they would
Yeah.
be talking about like how it is on the island.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. They start fighting. But yeah, he was the only one that was just not related to them, to
No.
anyone,
No.
but he was just a Samoan.
Yep. And that's still one of my favorite wrestlers to this day. Right now.
Do you ever
Anything.
watch, did you ever watch the up, up, down, down stuff?
I watched at it a little every once in a while, but not a lot. No.
So for people who don't know, up, up, down, down was Xavier Woods, one of the WWE superstars. There was a time when a lot of these WWE guys would try to venture off and make their own content on YouTube, right? And the
Yeah.
most successful out of all of them was Xavier Woods because he did up, up, down, down. That was his channel. It's still going
Yep.
strong,
Still going strong.
but it
Yeah.
was basically all of the wrestlers out of character
Yep.
competing in video game like competitions.
Yeah.
And then it was fun to watch Samoa Joe interacting with like the Usos and
Yep.
Roman Reigns, like just normally,
Yeah. Just being people.
just
You know what I
being
mean?
bros.
Yep.
It was kind of fun to watch because I'm like, man, that guy's the only Samoan on earth who's not related to them.
And see, that's why I used to like the old shows on the old WWE network, like Table for Three, when you had
Yeah.
just three guys sit there and talk and bullshit about the days past, and stuff like that, old crap like that.
Oh, did you watch? If you haven't seen this, go watch it. You gotta watch. There's a series of videos of AJ Styles and Seth Rollins playing Madden,
Oh,
and
really?
they get AJ Styles gets so mad, like so mad, like to the point where like he's punching the table, and everyone else in the room gets real quiet.
Yeah.
Like it gets awkwardly mad.
He gets that mad, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and, but also AJ Styles, like in real life, he's like a Christian, right? So he does
Yeah.
tries not to
Oh, yeah.
cuss on camera.
Yeah.
So he's trying like with every fiber of his being not to curse, and like
Yep.
he's like doing things like he's just like chucking the water bottle at the wall, and he gets
Okay, I
so
gotta go
mad. He
find those.
gets so mad playing video games, and
I
because
gotta go
Seth
find
Rollins
them.
keeps beating him, and I guess is there something about AJ Styles? He's like ultra competitive,
Oh man, that's hilarious. I gotta see those then.
but you
That's
see a
funny.
lot of the dynamic of like how they are in real life. Like that's how I figured out like Baron Corbin, the one of the most hated wrestlers at the time.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell by watching like enough of those that in real life he's actually a pretty cool dude. You know,
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
real laid back, chill dude. Like you could see why backstage everyone likes him.
And I
But
don't understand
man,
why they could not. He is a big guy that can move in the ring. How do you not? How are you not able to write for that? You know what I mean?
that was the dark days when they were doing some stupid shit with the writing team
Well,
and coming
yeah,
up with some dog shit segments and storylines.
well, I watch the highlights from. I don't sit down and watch SmackDown and stuff like that like I used to, but I watch all the highlights the next day or whatever. And I can tell you what, now I thought they've messed up with Carmelo Hayes when they brought him up, because I was like, you're just floundering this kid. He come up, you brought him up to SmackDown, and you shoehorn him in these stupid freaking matches and stuff. Now you finally got him with somebody he can actually work with Ilya Dragunov, and they put on a freaking barn burner, and he ended up taking the U.S. title off of Dragunov, which surprised the hell out of me because Dragunov's a beast, and if
Why?
they work,
What do you think's going on with the creative? Because it's the creative.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
mean,
I
in
don't know
terms of
what they're trying to
in-ring
get
work,
to.
everyone there is like top of their game.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Once again, we discussed this in last week's show. That's the
Yeah,
biggest
Triple
thing
H,
missing.
you were supposed to be the chosen one.
Well, but there's no. You don't have the squash matches no more. You don't have the. Everything is all top tier right away, and then if somebody takes a loss, guess what? They're screwed for a couple of weeks because they got to build their momentum back up.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's just the way it's booked. I mean, they got guys in NXT, guys and gals in NXT that can come up and run circles around some of the people they've got on these rosters. So but the other guys that have come up before them, let's say Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they really have not been let loose yet either. They're finally getting ready to do it with Braun Breaker, and I'm like, I don't think anybody sees him as a serious threat though, because he hasn't been booked very well.
I think that movie was right when he says sometimes you just got to cycle out your writers. I
Oh
don't know if
yeah.
they're using the same writers from the McMahon regime. I don't know if
No,
they
I
are.
don't. I don't think so. I think they're using the committee writers the way I understand it. Because Freddie Prinze Jr. used to write for him at one point.
Yeah.
And he used to be very vocal about stuff that he didn't think they should do and what they should do. He's like, we know where we want to get to. Let's see. Come back from WrestleMania. Of course, they always did that. They start, what's our WrestleMania main event? Backwards plan from there. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing now. Quite frankly, I think Cody Rhodes has run his course already. I just don't. I don't care what Cody Rhodes does. I really don't. CM Punk, why is he the world champion? He doesn't need it other than just to be there.
Gotta get it. Yep. They gotta sell tickets.
That's the thing. And these guys put butts in seats for the most part, from everything I can see. And I don't think that they you put butts in seats with Braun Breaker as the world champion or Bronson Reed. They're at best, the Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard of the Four Horsemen. That's what they amount to.
People here is asking, has Cody been a disappointment?
I wouldn't say per se a disappointment per se. I just think it's run its course. I mean, he's headlined 3 straight WrestleManias now. I don't think there's been anybody that's actually done that. He's headlined in some way, shape, or form 3 straight WrestleManias. So now what?
I
But there
guess
ain't no.
he's just been kind of done to death.
Yeah, and he's another one though. He's got that little podcast. Let's have a chat or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's got that,
Uh,
and that's a freaking great podcast. There's only one
yeah.
podcast that I refuse to watch, and that's 6 Feet Under. I will not watch it.
Oh, with Michelle McCool
Ever
because of his
since
wife.
the WWE brought that in and shoved him in there, because I think the Undertaker shit all over the guy that helped him get that going, and then tells him he
Yeah.
doesn't want to do this, doesn't want to do that. Then all of a sudden he's doing it for the WWE. You know what? Screw you. I don't give a shit. I mean, sorry, you just want to
Yeah.
pull that shit, go up there and have them put their production stuff behind it, shove your wife down people's throat, which is what everybody seems to think they're doing now, and nobody gives a shit. I won't watch it. I will not watch it.
Yeah, I tried to
Eh,
watch it before, but she kind of just
sucks the life out of the
she
room.
doesn't. Yeah, she kind of sucks the life out of the conversation.
The
Like the
eh,
other guy was a lot better.
as much as I hate to even say this out loud, It really looks like he is trying to shove her down people's throats, and it feels almost like she saw him when he was still married to that Sarah woman early on.
Mhm.
It's like she laid eyes on him and she set her sights that that's what she was going to have, and she got it.
Hmm.
I mean, think about it. The she would she's going into the Hall of Fame for no fucking reason. She literally
Yeah,
was
like,
part
what did she do?
nothing. That's it. She was part of Lay Cool. Okay, Lay Cool was only good because of Layla. That was it. She was the coolest part of that team.
Hmm.
So no, I don't. I won't watch it. I'm not going to think about it. I don't even care. I really don't, not anymore. And quite frankly, Undertaker's shitting all over his legacy by doing it too. He's already got a reputation now as being the guy that shit all over the host that got him started on it.
Yeah. That's a shame how that turned out.
And
Because
the
I was
guy
turning
won't
into a
say
good
anything
show.
bad against him. The guy will not say anything bad about it.
Yeah.
He keeps his mouth shut. So it is what it is, and just does that. I'm like, if I'd put all that kind of time, he better got some sort of payout. I'll tell you that right now. He better got some sort of payout because there
I
was
hope
another
so.
guy, James, whatever his name on here that does his little things that does the podcast with Stevie Richards um and Dutch Mantel and such. He gets on here and he starts talking about it, and uh, he talks about how that whole thing went about, and he's like, "You were up to this guy was Undertaker was getting somewhere in the realm of 30,000 a month from YouTube for that one, the old one with the other guy. That
Yeah.
was that was the payout
30,000
to
a
them.
month. Damn.
30,000 a month. That's how much of a following they had. They were over 1 million subscribers. I mean, they were doing stupid numbers. Okay,
Yeah.
but he, I don't know what would think why he would want to go up there and do that and shit all over that guy. And I don't know that he truly did. I imagine the guy had to have gotten something. You know what I mean? We're not
Yeah, I
monetized
think it was
today.
the wife. I think it was her. I think if
Phase,
not for her, they'd still be together.
yeah, Phase. We're not monetized on this channel. We're not monetized here or on the ball pit side at all.
My show's definitely not monetized because then I would have to clean up my language, and I don't feel
Yeah,
like fucking doing that.
that's why we're fucking doing what we want to
Yeah.
fucking do.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, we're grown ass adults, and we're playing the grown ass adults. Why are we saying fudge and shit? What kind of bullshit is this
I'm
in this
not.
day and age? Just so we could get some super chat money? Like, who the fuck cares?
I'm not.
I'd
Do I
rather
look like
just,
Rob? Is Rob
I'd
out there?
rather,
Rob, the super chats are open. Rob.
yeah. I mean, I'd rather just be able to talk the way I talk and like
Huh?
make the content that I want to make, and not have to worry about like adhering to guidelines so I can make some chump change. Man, fuck that.
Yeah, truth of tinfoil side right there. I'm three subscribers short of 300. Okay, and I don't go out and actively try and get people to join or anything. I don't
Uh,
do a lot of promotion stuff. I don't live off of this. This is fun, and if it stops being fun, I
this
will
is a
stop
hobby.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate to be mean about this because I know it's going to come back. I've seen other channels that I've helped with, that I've worked with, and I've watched them go from 5 to 3,000 in the space of like a month, and I'm just like, I immediately think to myself, I guess I need to get me a Southern girl accent like this right here and just say bless you all. And maybe that'll just magically bring up a whole bunch of freaking subscribers. But I'm not going to do that. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I never will.
Yeah, I just don't care. Not to throw shade on anyone who is like hustling out there and who is trying to make
Yeah,
some
hustling.
money. Like if that's what you're trying to make income off
Yeah,
of,
more power
I
to
mean,
you.
all the power to you, you know?
Yep.
But it's just not what I want to do. Like, because I just don't care. Like, I have a job, you know, financially I'm fine. I'm not like super rich or anything, but I'm not
No,
like,
I'm
you
not
know,
destitute. So this
yeah,
should be fun. Right now, this
yeah,
should be fun.
yeah. This
Now,
is just a hobby.
One of
I've
these
never made
days,
a dime. I've been podcasting for years now. I've not made a dime off of it.
well, I've already said one of these days I'm going to sit down and make my own actual real podcast, not not the YouTube channel, but doing a podcast side and doing uploads and just call it Grandpa's Rants because I got a whole crap load of crap I want to bitch about half the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fades. That's the person I'm talking about. Didn't pay anybody or anything. She got help from a lot of people, and then other people just kind of followed her. And then next thing I know, she stopped doing everything altogether, from what I can tell. So I don't know.
Well, if I was out to like make money doing this, my whole approach to this whole thing would be completely different. It would
Oh
be
yeah,
completely different, and
yeah,
it would be to the point where it wasn't fun. It would be a job.
yeah. And I don't want it to be a job.
No, I mean I already
I don't
have a
want it to
job.
be
I
a
don't
job.
need another one of those.
But anyway, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with you. I mean, this way we can actually sit here and bullshit and say bullshit and not have to worry about it.
yeah. I get to talk. I get to go on my show and talk about Bigfoot's dick.
Yeah, ain't no,
You
nobody can
know,
say about it.
yeah. I
Hey,
can't
I'm
be.
gonna sit there and tell you right now. I was so happy. I'm gonna start doing reaction videos because obviously these people are making stupid money doing these reaction videos or something. Because I'm sitting here
Well,
watching this.
well, actually, no. The reaction ones, like I watch a lot of K-pop reaction videos,
Yeah.
and they can't make any money at all because it's copyrighted. They can still have to, but what they do is they make their money through Patreon.
Well, that and they also, but
Yeah,
they also, if they have that fair use thing, you can make money on it. They can monetize. They have to have that statement about fair use.
yeah. If they're if they're reacting to music videos, though,
Yeah.
they can't make any money off it. Not directly off YouTube.
Really, because it
No,
sure as hell looks
they
like
all
these
go
people
on
are making stupid
Patreon. It's
money.
all Patreon for them.
Well, I will. I'm not even on Patreon. Wouldn't even know what to
Yeah.
do with it. Don't care. So
It's the reason why I'm able to show music videos on mine because it's not monetized. But as soon as we show something on text, it gets immediately flagged.
yeah.
That's what's complaining about that because
Well,
I did that last time.
we
Because
do
his is
reaction
monetized.
videos of people doing reactions. I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. But yeah, I like to watch K-pop reaction videos. It's fun for me.
Oh hell, some reason I got hooked into watching these newbies. This one woman, her name's Stacy, and I'm sitting there watching. And she's got the little eyelashes and all this other stuff. Thank you for coming to my channel and so forth. And here we go, type thing. They're doing reaction to John Denver songs. Okay, she does reactions to a lot of stuff, but she does reactions to John Denver songs, and she did one for "Take Me Home, Country Roads," and the first verse is done, and she is bawling. She had never heard of John Denver before. She had never heard of Country Roads before. Had never been to West Virginia and thought he was from West Virginia because that's what he said in the song. I'm just like, oh my god, you brain dead idiot. Hey,
Bigfoot Fate's like, let's watch some K-pop.
yeah, no, I'm good. Oh,
I think Bobby Lee, he does have one of the best podcasts.
I don't even know who it is. Who's
You don't
Bobby
know who
Lee?
Bobby Lee is?
Nope.
He's a Korean American stand-up comedian.
Oh well, then who the heck's? I like Henry Cho if that's the case.
No, well, Henry Cho's a little more recent. Bobby Lee's
Yeah,
been around for a while.
but
Bobby Lee
Henry
was on
Cho,
like Mad TV.
hilarious. He's a Korean from Alabama. Come on now.
They don't exist.
Yeah,
That's
you listen to that boy talk.
that's just make believe. That's make believe. What are you talking?
Oh, listen to him talk.
I didn't see a single Asian person in Alabama, and I've been there.
You were just in the wrong spots. That's all. If Fort McClellan had still been open when you were there, you'd have seen Koreans there,
Hmm.
no doubt. But anywho, yeah. Oh, you know what? I got in a fight with my daughters and my other daughter, granddaughter in law, whatever. I get my family members because I said I like Matt Rife.
Because what'd you think?
I said I like Matt Rife. because he's pretty cool when he does his stand up, right? I like watching his shit when he calls people out and fucks with them. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a bad person. How's he a bad person? I mean, dude, this one dude is in
Why
his
is he a bad
show.
person?
I don't know. I ain't been able to figure that out yet. This dude is in his show, knocked the hell out. He's in there going, he's like that, knocked out. He's a construction worker, and he was tired, and he told the guys when they got the seats. Of course, he's sitting there talking to the guys that are around him, and they're trying to yell to Miguel, Miguel, and they're trying to get this dude to wake up, right? And he asked him, he's in construction. He said, "Well, that's a reason to be tired. I get it, but not at my club, not at my comedy show, no." And so they're trying to wake him up, and he gets him up. He's like, did I miss something? He's like, "Man, I've been up here talking shit to you for 45 minutes. What are you talking about?" It's freaking hilarious. But, he'll turn around and get somebody in, like when he's in England, he'll get somebody like a lady on the front row that has cancer. She's in stage 4 cancer. And he'll bring her up on stage, do a selfie with her, tell her daughter who's behind her, who's drunk as shit, hollering at him, "You stay down there. I'm talking to her right now," type thing. And he turns around and says, "What do you like to do?" And she's like, "Spa day is good." He said he sent them to the spa in that town that next day and paid for all their stuff to go to that spa and take care of that girl. I was like, this dude has got a lot more in him than people give him credit for. Somebody's like, "Hey, he bought the Warrens house." So who gives a shit?
Wait, why did they not like him? Why did your daughters not like him? What was
They
it?
say he's a bad person. They say he's a bad person for some reason. I don't know, but it's a comedy. Damn, a comedian. Why in the hell would they care? I said, if you think he's offensive or he's a bad person, let me introduce you to Andrew Dice Clay. Okay,
Oh, because he roasts people, they think he's a bad guy.
I guess so. That's the only thing I can think of because I haven't been able to find anything bad on him yet. There was an Asian guy on the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't know about that one, Nemo. I really don't know about that one.
There was that ninja episode where they had to fight a bunch of ninjas.
That'd be hilarious. They never fought anybody really. They just run away from them in cars.
They were being chased down by ninjas.
Hey, Faith, I am 100% with you on that. I do not like Amy Schumer for shit. That she's not funny. She's freaking stupid, and half the stuff she tries to pull is freaking stupid. I've never been an Amy Schumer fan at all.
I liked her very early on, but then when she got big, she just got kind of crappy.
Well, yeah, she started not giving a shit.
She was coming up. She was good. I mean, I liked some of her stuff when she was coming up. But yeah, when she went big, she jumped the shark and she started sucking.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know what she's trying to prove. You know what I mean?
Well, she started seeing herself as a Hollywood A-lister and thought she was too cool for school.
Oh, so she tried to be a Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
There's another one who, early on, funny. When she started being stupid with her stuff, not funny no more. You got stupid. Nobody wants to hear your bullshit. People would rather go listen to Andrew Dice Clay do his rhymes, his damn fairy or his what you call it, the not fairy tales, the children's rhymes. They go listen to him before they'd go to a Kathy Griffin concert or whatever in a heartbeat. Same thing with Wanda Sykes. I love Wanda Sykes, but I can't stand her stand up because sometimes she just gets too stupid. She gets opinionated, and that's it.
McCarthy.
I don't think she's ever really done stand up. She's an actress, so she's done comedy actor stuff. I've never seen her do stand up. So as far as her shows, she's hit and miss. She really is. There's some that are absolutely hilarious. There's others that I wish I'd have got my 2 hours back from watching that shit. But yeah, okay. So think about it now. Who's your comedian? Who's the comedian you go to right now? Yeah, she's
my favorites.
Jenny.
My all-time favorite, I would say, is Dave Chappelle. Bill Burr.
He just had a new one.
Yeah,
he just had. Did you watch that new one he did on Netflix?
Not yet.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that one. Yeah,
Chappelle's great.
Yeah, I need to watch that actually. Bill Burr's up there for me.
He's okay.
Who else? Bobby Lee is funny, but not as a stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
He's
There you
better
go.
like podcast, just goals.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is the most smartest. He could whip out insults and roast somebody faster than anybody. Him and I would have loved to seen him and Matt Rife going at each other for the fun of it.
Hmm.
Rickles is, and I mean Rickles. You want to talk about somebody who's offensive when he's talking? He isn't really like it. I mean, he was best friends with Bob Newhart of all people, but Don Rickles, when he would get going, you couldn't stop him. He was always on Letterman's case whenever he was on there, and he was great. But you got to remember, I grew up on Richard Pryor after his start when he first started going to the stadium shows and stuff. The raunchy Richard Pryor, then Eddie Murphy, and on from that. Kevin Hart's okay. I don't mind him, but after you deal with those two, with Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, everybody else is just a copy. You know what I mean? And then you get into the blue collar guys. Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, Larry the Cable Guy,
Hey Randy,
Ron
do you
White.
mind if I do a quick topic swerve?
Go ahead.
Because I got to ask you something. I'm kind of curious about this.
Wait, hold up. We do like Fluffy. We do still like Fluffy though.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
I have up until this year. I kind of gave up on it last season, and I just
Okay.
have not watched this one yet. So
I gave up on it after season 2, actually, at the end of season 2,
uh-huh.
into season 3. But have you been following all this controversy lately?
About what? I don't know.
So they're showing the last few episodes, right, of the final season, because what Netflix is doing now, they release them in like chunks,
Yeah, 5 episode
like
or 4 episode chunk. Yeah,
yeah. So the second chunk came out, and
they did the same thing to
this is
Cobra
all
Kai.
right before the last episode.
Yeah,
Homeboy came out as gay.
Will finally.
Yeah. And then everyone's online being like, yo, this is some woke bullshit. They
He,
wokeified it.
what are you talking about? It's been that way since the second season. Everybody's known since the second season.
Yeah, everybody's
What the
known. Like,
what the fuck are you thinking? I mean, come on.
but they spent like half an episode of just him coming out like all tearfully to like the other people. Like,
The,
dude, you got a show to wrap up. Let's not do this whole shindig
this
where you spend half the fucking episode of him just crying to everybody,
yeah.
talking about, oh, I
He
don't
spent
like
most of
girls.
season 3 crying.
I
So I
like
mean,
boys.
honestly, he spent
Now,
the
here's
most
the
of season
problem though.
3.
They already had that one girl come out.
Which one?
That girl that wasn't even in the main crew in season 1 or whatever, the redhead girl. Like she came out, and then it's all about her and her girlfriend.
I guess I didn't pay attention to that one. Is that now or
It's
is
just,
that happened in the last year?
there's nothing wrong with it. It's
Oh,
just
I don't give a shit enough to worry about it. You know what I mean? Do
no,
what they want to do, type.
I don't care. In fact, a good gay character, if written well, can be a very compelling
Yes.
character. I always cite Orange is the New Black. The main antagonist or the main villain of the show was this prison guard who was gay, but he was like big and manly, and he was like very corrupt, and he was like evil.
Yeah.
But him being gay made sense storyline wise because he was impervious to like when they would shake their titties at him or shake their ass at him, try to tempt him. A lot of the
Yep.
guards, they would get tempted, but this guy was impervious to all that
Yep. Because he's gay.
because he's gay.
Period. And it makes sense.
And he was one of those guys that if you didn't know he was gay, you had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a show out on Apple TV right now. I've been watching it this weekend with my wife. It's called Palm Royale or whatever it is, and it's Kristen Wiig is one that's executive producer. It's got Laura Dern, Bruce Dern, several others. I mean, it's freaking parts of it are freaking gold, hilarious, type thing. But it's like 69, and she's trying to get up into higher echelon society, type thing. Got Carol Burnett in it, of all people. She's in it as well. And I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm watching it. I'm like, that's Ricky Martin, i.e., Ricky Martin from used to be Enrique Martinez from
Yeah.
Menudo or whatever. Uh, but Ricky Martin is playing the pool boy or whatever, a guy named Robert. And they're sitting there, of course, he's playing. He's trying to figure out to tell people that he's gay. Everybody's like, all the other women already know it. But this one girl is like, why are you not making a pass at me? I don't get this. And he's like, because. And I'm laughing at it because I'm like, damn, that's funny as hell. I mean, but if they're written right, they make the show. Now, there's another one that's out there on Netflix. I don't know if you saw it, but it's called Boot. This is about boot camp, a Marine in boot camp, but it turns out he's gay. And somebody told my wife, she's like, or she said, "Oh, they're saying it's all woke and they did this because it's based off a book called Pink Marine by a guy that was in the Marines that was gay. Well, at that time, there was no don't ask, don't tell. You could not be gay in the military, period, no matter what. It didn't make any difference. The 1990 time frame. Okay. And I'm sitting there looking at it, like, they're like, well, I'm like, I don't give a shit. This is probably one of the most accurate portrayals of true boot camp that I've ever seen. They were that spot on with the training and how these drill instructors treated privates at that time. And I'm like, how could you not like this? You know what I mean? It's absolutely gold. I mean, but people are like, oh, it's all woke. And I hate to tell you guys, there's
No,
been gays in
but at
gays in
the
the
same
military.
time, though, on the other side's defense, if you try to wokeify it too hard and you get real obvious about it, people
Yeah,
are going to call you out, and it's going to make the
that's just
product
it. They didn't.
worse.
They didn't.
Because let me give you an opposite example.
Yeah.
Okay, you ever watch those like made for TV like Christian movies that are
Oh
like
yeah.
so over the top Christian that other Christians can't even watch it because it's
Yep.
just like they're just
Love's
like jamming
blinding.
it in your face, propagandizing it, like
Yeah.
just the same way like Christians are now, they find like all the hardcore Christian movies to be annoying. The woke stuff, it's the same shit, man. Like
Yeah.
even gay people find that shit annoying now.
Yeah. If it's pushed too much, but like I said, with this
Yeah.
one, it was not pushed. You don't. He never really admits it. You know it. It's not like he goes out of his way to go
No,
kiss
with
nobody or something
Stranger
like that.
Things though, the problem is they've already had it coming out with another character. So you did it already once.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're doing it, oh, it's so new. Plus the whole thing about him being gay earlier, like it implies that like someone being gay was like their power, but he was admitting to being gay because they'll overcome a weakness. So they kind of
Yeah.
contradicted their own logic.
Yeah.
And it's not adding anything. They're just shoving it in there because it was filmed that it was I found out that when it was being filmed, it was right before the election, and
Yeah.
everyone who was the writing team and everyone who was filming it at the time thought that Trump was going to lose. So they thought all that woke shit was going to be super successful. So then when it finally
Nope.
comes out and everyone says that it sucks, you know,
Yeah. And how do you fight that? You know what I mean? How do you actually
stop
change
making
it?
shitty stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stop
One hundred
writing
percent.
shitty stories. You know,
So
I
I
can't
mean,
say it's shitty myself because I haven't seen it, but when I've been listening to all the back and forth about that scene and why everyone's dumping on it, I'm like, damn.
well, now that we've gone to this, I mean, Fade's had a woke guy tell her she's ruining the earth with her AI creation. You evil, I say, don't do that. Oh my God. I'm not a fan of AI. I'm really not. You already know that to start with. But it's like any other tool. It's got a certain space that it can be used and used effectively. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
just because something is not what you want doesn't mean that it's,
ruining the world.
yeah. I mean, okay, we've got AI now. Oh my God, Skynet's right around the corner, type thing. And really? No, 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 no,
Yeah, a
no,
lot of those
no.
people who think Skynet's around the corner, they clearly like
What
maybe
I
some.
do have a case of the ass with is having a country music song that is 100% AI generated, AI done, No real singer, no real music. It's all done via AI, and it being at number one on the charts. And I'm looking at them going, this is what's wrong with country music fandom nowadays.
Well, country
Take that.
music itself is pretty,
Yeah, but you know what? You go to the honky tonk in a bar around here. There's a band playing. That's what you want. You want a band playing to get people out there dancing. They get out there dancing. They drink.
It's what I call rink-a-dink peasant music.
You
See,
can call it
K-pop,
whatever you want.
AI cannot replicate K-pop. K-pop is too complex, Randy. It's too deep.
K-pop is the devil spawn. It's almost like it's almost like guacamole. It's like devil spawn. No. Yeah. No. And honestly, I hate to say it. People talk about K-pop all the time, and I'm sitting there. This is nothing but just a Korean version of boy band and girl band shit. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. But it's been perfected.
Because I don't know about the perfection part. Because I want to put BTS up against NSYNC or somebody. Of course, NSYNC in their prime because now they're old men.
Well, no, BTS destroyed them. You know why? Because NSYNC they can't dance for shit.
No. We're not talking about that. We're putting them in a battle royal. We're not putting them.
No, BTS fucking annihilates NSYNC.
Please, come on. They couldn't get no hurricane runs. They get power bombed all over the place. Now, if they put them against One Direction, that might be the case.
No, those boys can't dance though.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Nemo got you. Nemo got you. Corporate sellout.
Corporate stuff. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is corporate. I mean, a lot of those record companies are owned by major conglomerates. It is very
yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong.
No, BTS destroys because of the dancing. Because these guys have the American boy bands, those crappy, fat, lazy Americans. They do like those basic ass dance moves, and then they sing well. For granted.
Yeah.
But man, if you watch like a BTS performance, those motherfuckers are running marathons, man.
Oh yeah, and they don't slow down. They don't slow down. I'll give you that.
Spins and backflips and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Justin Timberlake and Lance Bass are sing on their lazy asses, just singing. That's all you do is just sing. Fuck out of here.
That's because they did all that before. They don't have to do anything but just sing now. Justin Timberlake don't even sing anymore. He just goes and acts.
He just acts.
Here's one for you. Did you see you saw the Super Bowl halftime show with him and Janet Jackson, right?
Oh, everyone saw that. Yeah.
Do you believe it was a malfunction?
Do I think it was a work or a shoot?
Yeah.
I think it was a work.
I think it was a work too. You know why? There's no way in hell that somebody has an accidental mess up like that, but has a pasty on. Okay. Sorry.
Like he went for it, grabbed that part of her outfit, and went like
ripped it off, and it flopped down.
What did you think was going to happen?
But it flopped down because for whatever reason she was older than him, I guess at that point. But anyway, she hadn't had no kids. I don't know why it flopped, but it flopped. And when she went to cover it, you could see she had a pasty on. It was a star pasty on, and I'm like, you don't have that on in that performance. Unless you know something like this is going to happen.
Yeah, that was 100% of work. 100%.
100%. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind either.
Yeah.
Lazy boy for everyone. Yes, I agreed, Nemo. I need mine. I need mine bad. But then again, I wouldn't be on here doing this either. I got another chair today. I stole my daughter's chair, trying to at least it's holding me up now, not constantly going down. But I still can't roll worth of shit on this stuff in here. So it is what it is. But anywho, yeah. Well, we went off on a nice tirade there, didn't we?
Yeah. Anyway, I think Tex is going to be on pretty soon, right?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock your time?
10 o'clock my time. So about 20 minutes roughly.
Let's call it a show, Randy.
I'm with you on that. I want to go to bed.
My sinuses are really kicking my ass right now.
I may stay awake long enough to see who actually shows up to co-host.
Yeah, I might just lie in bed and listen to Texas. I don't like to. I'm probably not going to say stuff in the chat because I don't like all these random people just saying hi to me. And the thing is, the problem is, I appreciate it, but then if I say hi to one person, I have to say hi to everyone, and then I'm sitting there being like,
do like me and just say hi all and leave it at that.
Yeah, I just like to just type my shit and to just be out, you know? I don't wanna but I don't wanna be rude neither, you know? If someone makes
Well,
the effort to say my name and say hi to me, I feel like I have to say hi back.
well,
I'm one of those
no,
people that has a hard time saying no.
no. I can say no to that right there. J-Lo is not no master of nothing.
She's the master of Latina booty.
Yeah, that's true, I
She's
guess
the
so.
master of Ben Affleck.
I think they're divorcing again, the way I understand it, but, Nemo, I don't know if he's done feeding cryptids or not, but we'll see what happens with him. So, he was begging for a, co-host,
Oh,
so I'm assuming
did he go to the ranch?
no, he never went to the ranch that I know of. I don't know when he's going back. Now we've just got this cold front come through. It dropped 20 degrees from the time I did my show till the time I picked my daughter up an hour later. So,
Yeah, it's hitting everyone. It's gonna come
yep.
up here soon.
All right, I like the cold. I like it in the 40s.
Yeah, because you know how it gets in the summertime in Texas, it just gets ridiculous.
Yeah, hey, Fades,
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw that today. He shared it with us. It's actually a
Yeah.
great little video. So,
Yeah,
anyway,
the one time I went to Texas in like the summer, I
oh
was
yeah,
like, "Oh no. Oh
for the
no."
when you came here for the Dogman conference or for
Yeah,
the
I was like,
yeah,
"Oh no."
that was
And
September
like
technically.
freaking Ryan Edwards is still wearing all black long sleeves with like a leather jacket over it. I'm like, "How in the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm in short sleeves in 20 degree or in 30-degree, 40-degree weather half the time, and if I'm out for a while, yeah, I'll put something on, a jacket or something like that, but nothing heavy unless it's really gonna be freezing. So,
Yeah.
alrighty then.
All
Guys,
right.
we're done. Y'all have fun. I'm gonna close this out. We're gonna put Bigfoot Fades' outro on, and away we go. See y'all. We got Wednesday night. I guess Rob's coming on with us on Wednesday, the way I understand it now. I don't know. So, and that's
Wait, when is New Year's Eve?
this coming Wednesday.
Wednesday's New Year's Eve.
Yep. So, and we'll go from there. And we'll have another ball pit. We will go back to the Friday night ones this week. So, I'll see y'all on Friday night with this one. So,
Peace.
bye, guys.
Welcome in, I'm Randy the Rambo Ski. It's the start of the show. Got Donny on the left and Paul is good to go. We're in the plastic knee deep. This ain't no time for sleep. It's truth or tinfoil. Time to analyze the leaf. Forget the ghost for a minute. We're talking field and court. Grab a phone ball, boys. Let's file a sports report in the ball pit. That's where the truth gets loud. Debating stats and shouting over the whole darn crowd. Paul's got the numbers. Donnie's got the feel. Randy's spinning theories, showing what is real. From the trade deadline chaos to who will take the cup. We're breaking down the action. Fill that bracket up. Donnie says the tight end is faster than a comet. Paul brings up the injury risk and says, let's be honest. Then Ramboski leans in with a mischievous look. What if the whole damn league is reading from a script and a book? Just a splash of 10 for them back to the game. Now tell me about the point spread. Who deserves the fame? In the ball pit, that's where the truth gets loud. Debating stats and shouting over the whole darn crowd. Paul's got the numbers. Donnie's got the feel. Randy's spinning theories, showing what is real. From the trade deadline chaos to who will take the cup. We're breaking down the action. Fill that bracket up. Keep your eyes on the ball. Keep your mind on the field. Tune in next time for the secrets that will be